Cantrell Caving is a YouTube channel hosted by Alex Cantrell. He's an underground explorer who films his cave adventures for viewers online. His channel aims to showcase the incredible beauty hidden beneath our feet, while helping people overcome their fears about caves. Most of his videos do exactly that. They take viewers on journeys to stunning underground sites most people never get to see. But, on November 4th, 2023, Alex posted a video that reminds us why we're naturally afraid of being deep underground in dark, tight spaces. The video begins normally. Alex is talking about what they plan to do, while he and his friends get their gear ready outside the cave entrance.
Alright dudes, we're back with Matt again.
Yo!
We're exploring more of the ranch. We got this cave right here. He's got us out here. We're about to go explore it for him. Get the rest of us wetsuiting up. Let's get into it.
Today they're joined by the Action Adventure Twins, a brother duo who run their own YouTube channel about cave diving. One of Alex's buddies spots a crawdad and walks ahead to the cave entrance. Alex follows him, taking the chance to show viewers what the cave looks like from outside. From what we can see, the cave looks wet, though it's hard to tell exactly how much water is inside.
Alright, who's got the oxygen meter? I don't see that. Look at this. We got an oxygen meter now? So people won't be mad at me? So what all does that show? Carbon monoxide?
Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfide, and low oxygen.
Cool.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So
We've got the Action Adventure Twins here helping us out. Because you guys were like, Matt, check the oxygen. Oh, danger levels,
breathe on it a little bit.
Danger.
Danger.
And it's waterproof?
It is, but I don't think
better
it's
be.
gonna work too well if like the little intakes get clogged with water.
It's gonna be hard to keep that thing out of the water.
I'm gonna put it. That water is cold.
Alright guys, we have made it out to the cave that's on the demolition ranch. Or off the ranch.
Wait, is it beeping already?
Well, see, I immediately dunked it underwater.
I told you.
So, you know, I don't think this is gonna give us the accurate reading. Probably not accurate.
Or the entire cave has bad air.
It might.
Good thing I was 100 feet in there or more. Alright, who's going? Giddy up.
Who's you next?
This first part is the worst part as far as the rocks, and then it gets deeper and makes it way easier.
Alex and fellow YouTuber Matt use an oxygen analyzer to check the air quality. The device starts beeping, and Alex mentions there's a danger level, but neither seems too worried about the reading. Not concerned, Matt is the first to crawl into the cave. Matt has to get down on his hands and knees to enter, causing half his body to go underwater. His oxygen analyzer keeps beeping as the spelunkers joke that either the device is broken or the whole cave has bad air. You'd think this would worry them, but more people enter anyway, with Alex going in after them.
And these are waterproof?
Huh?
These are waterproof?
Make sure the gasket's sealed, yeah.
Alright.
Let's get into it. Already the air differ.
Oh god.
A lot further.
Okay.
We're not even close.
Oh yeah. There you go.
This is sick. Dude, this is awesome.
As Alex squeezes into the cave, you can see how narrow the entrance is. There's even a small spider at the opening that barely misses Alex as he ducks inside. Eventually the passage widens a bit, though it's still tight.
I told you this is way better than the other one. Yes, significantly better.
By this point, the spelunkers are crawling while completely underwater inside the cave. They move deeper into increasingly narrow passages, sometimes having to duck beneath low, rocky ceilings. At some points, Alex has to tilt both his camera and head just to fit through the cramped space. Eventually, they reach a spot where they need to dive under a rock ceiling. There's a rope attached that serves as their guide to the other side. These guide ropes, or safety lines, are vital for underwater navigation, especially when visibility is poor or the path has many twists and turns. When you can barely see what's ahead or behind you, this rope is your only way to know where you're going. Many divers have died or gotten lost after losing track of these guide ropes. Despite the dangers, the mood remains light as the group chats and jokes with each other. While talking, they wonder if they're going the right way, and mention another group who managed to go even deeper into the cave. 2 divers decide to follow the rope.
Guys, this was a lot lower than I thought.
Oh my gosh, that looks not fun.
Hold on, there.
What happens if you pee in a wetsuit? Just asking for.
It just stays.
I'm asking for a friend.
It just stays in it. Last minute emergency heat source.
This is officially as far as I can make it without dive gear.
Alright, well,
There room for one more down there? I mean, dude, hold up. Are you sure this is the way? It doesn't even look like if you go underwater, it's wide enough.
I mean, if there's a rope going in there,
This is the way.
that's the way. No, that's what the map shows, and there's a rope going in there.
You got room for one more, Edward?
I definitely want to go all the way to the end just so I can say I did.
I want to get underwater. Try really hard. You keep my head.
This is where we're at right now.
Yeah, this is intense.
I love that they're saying this is intense.
Yeah,
That makes me
heard
feel,
that yet.
That makes me feel good, because I was scared in here, and I'm like, what if these fish just come in and they're like, oh, this is a piece of cake, let's climb it.
Yeah. No, this is a little rough.
Yeah.
From that one.
How far do you have to go underwater?
Yeah, no, it goes far under these.
You just have to keep your head above the water. Okay, so that is possible? Yeah.
It's eerie how quickly they vanish to the other side while the others stay behind. The 2 divers keep talking from inside the passage, and the rest decide to join them.
Let them push it.
Let's go. He's going upside down.
That's how you're supposed to do it, man.
Really? That makes it easier?
I don't like it.
Which way did you go, Edward?
Those Phoenix lights are doing pretty good in the water.
So what?
I would say my Phoenix lights are doing pretty good in the water.
In this section, the spelunkers are neck deep in water. One tries swimming on his back, thinking it might be easier. At times, you can see how the tip of his nose and forehead are just inches from the rocky ceiling. Finally, the rest of Alex's group catches up to the divers ahead. As they get closer, you can see the passage gets even lower, forcing the 2 lead divers to press their faces and hands against the ceiling. This is the absolute worst place to have an emergency. But unfortunately for these cave explorers, that's exactly what happens.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, go look for him.
Does it really go further? Is he under? Oh, hell no, I'm not doing that. I can just barely hear right here.
So loud. The echo.
This is the waiting area.
I'm glad I didn't go in there and wait.
Are you going, Jacob? Oh, he just bailed.
It all goes wrong in seconds. A miscommunication causes one diver to back into the person behind them. You can hear someone warning the diver to stop backing up, but it's too late. The chain reaction forces Alex and 2 friends underwater. Because of how murky the water is, it's impossible to see exactly what's happening. But from the sounds, there seems to be a desperate struggle as limbs flail around trying to resurface.
You're good. Oh my God! I'm coming out. All right, we'll back it out. Back it out. Come on out. Holy crap! You okay? Man, you look like the sharkest guy. Did you like shove me over the water? I'm sorry, Alex.
When they finally emerge from the chaos, one of the divers involved in the collision is clearly panicking. The group decides to retreat from the narrow passage.
Panic mode. Yeah. Hey, my light's on. I need a So my head bleeding, by the way. Come on, you got it. My head bleeding. Yeah, you're bleeding. Yeah, I am. Okay. Not bad. Yeah, I got slammed into the rock.
Yeah, no, he hit you.
Yeah, Alex, you good?
Oh, you hit your head back.
Oh, dude, you're
Yeah, let's, we can hear him? You okay? That's okay.
I'm sorry. No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, walk some of that off. You literally have.
Just breathe, man. It's all you
Let me see. Yeah, man, you busted it. You busted it bad. Y'all both.
Dang,
Buddy.
Do you want to take this with you, or who brought this?
I'm just gonna go out too.
What's up?
Oh, that was me. Thank you, sir.
We're heading out.
2 divers are injured, likely from hitting their heads on the rocky ceiling during the confusion. The group takes a moment to recover before deciding to leave the cave completely. After one life-threatening moment, they wisely choose not to risk another. Exploring abandoned mines and unusual places is a YouTube channel that digs up hidden mines, caves, and tunnels that few have seen. They sometimes check out equipment for these underground adventures too. In this footage, the host is trying out a strong new flashlight while walking through an old mine tunnel after dark.
And I'm going to turn out my helmet lights. There's 1, and there's 2. And like I said, this light has 5 levels. I believe it's on medium right now, which is level 3. So this would be high, and this would be turbo, which is really bright. And then this is Firefly, which is hardly anything. And then that would be low, and then medium. Medium seems to be the best one. Not too bright, not too dim. And here's another shot looking at that gobbing. And then back at the way we came in, which is right back there. So let's keep going down here. We'll check out this mine, and you can see how this light performs.
While checking out the mine's framework, the host notices the huge wooden beams overhead. He mentions these supports are almost a foot thick, needed to keep all that rock from falling down. He spots places where some of the boards are starting to give way under the weight. Out of nowhere, a weird noise catches the host's attention.
All of this rock, you can see right here where some of these boards are bending. Do you hear that? Sounds like, what, is that wind? I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. Do you hear that? It stopped. Well, I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but that's crazy. Don't know if that's a bird or I don't know what that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but wow. I've heard some weird stuff in mines, but that is definitely creepy. I don't know what that is. So let's get out of here and head back out to the portal. That was weird.
He wonders aloud what's making the sound, asking if it might be just air moving through the tunnel, and checks if his recording is picking it up. The strange sound disappears for a moment, then starts again. Looking confused, the host can't figure out what he's hearing, guessing it could be some kind of bird or maybe snakes. He mentions that even though he's heard plenty of strange noises in mines over the years, this particular sound is really unsettling. Though he tries to stay cool and suggest normal explanations for the noise, you can see the host slowly backing away toward the exit as the creepy sound keeps going, despite trying to seem calm about the whole thing.
I think I keep hearing something. That was strange. I hear the air blowing here. I'm getting out of here and heading home.
He keeps talking about how he can't place the sound, saying again that it's not like wind, and maybe sounds like snakes hissing. In the end, the weird noise is enough to make him decide it's time to leave the mine. The host wraps things up by pointing out that this sound doesn't match any animal they know of, definitely not birds or snakes, and asks viewers what they think is making this mystery noise down in the darkness. Caveman Hikes is a YouTube channel hosted by Calvin, an expert cave diver and hiking enthusiast. His video showcases adventures pushing human limits in some of the most treacherous underground caves on Earth. Sometimes he explores solo, other times he brings along his nephew or buddies. If you've ever watched caving videos, you've probably noticed comments from viewers wondering why anyone would willingly go underground without fear. Calvin seems to handle this with humor, naming videos with popular jokes like, "When cavers with a loving family and high-paying job hear about a cave," called Crypt of Terror Pit. But the video he posted on February 28th, 2024 was nothing to laugh about. The video opens with Calvin talking to his audience about what he has planned.
So I'm waiting here for my friend Andrew to get here. We're going to do some vertical caving today. There's one last cave on this hill that he found, a pretty deep pit, and so I said, hey, we'll come up on an afternoon. You can see the sun is shining. It's so far below freezing outside. We can get to these. I was glad I didn't, because same thing happened last time we did this, is I had like 3 caving trips in 1 week.
He mentions his friend Andrew will be joining him to explore a vertical cave located on a hillside. For those unfamiliar, vertical caves, or pit caves, have significant vertical drops, rather than the typical horizontal passages. Cavers need ropes or ladders to descend safely. After Andrew arrives, they head toward the unnamed pit cave together. At the site, they set up a pulley system for rappelling down. Andrew goes down first, with Calvin following. You can see how dangerous the descent is, with jagged rocks at the entrance forcing them to carefully maneuver down. Calvin nearly loses his footing as he tries to find stable ground. Once at the cave entrance, they prepare to go in with Andrew taking the lead. The cave entrance is littered with trash, stuck between rocks. Andrew even jokes about finding syringes if needed.
Do you want to look? I'll follow you.
Look.
In the crack.
Oh, down there?
I know.
If I ever am in a survival situation,
Yeah.
need syringes, I know where to look.
That's right.
Rocky deep caves.
Okay, so Andrew's going down through the bottom, and you get a better idea how nasty this is. Or how amazing it is. I'll let him do the dirty work. I'll let him be brave today. You go be brave, Andrew!
After Andrew makes it through to the next section, Calvin follows. The cave has a fascinating geological structure, with passages formed by large, jutting loose rocks. Moving through these passages isn't easy, and since it's a vertical cave, Calvin shows that going feet first is the safest approach. Deeper in the cave, they reach an extremely tight passage that forces both men to crawl and shimmy their way through. This passage is so narrow that at times, all you can see is Andrew's feet ahead of Calvin. What's even more impressive is that Calvin navigates this cramped space while holding a camera and still having enough mental focus to explain what he's doing to viewers.
So here's a situation where I've been going this way, and now I'm going to have to turn my back and sort of go up under here like this, which is, it may well open up, but that does not make it. Well, the cup is gone. It fell down a crack. Problems here, I'll just sort of cover that and get through here. If not all the action here, at least some of the difficulty of it. I got a little cramp in my back. So now I can pull my arm out, and now I'm pretty free, even though I still look imprisoned. This is rocks that have fallen down and situated here. And I'm in a deep part of this cave. And this is essentially the end. And then there's this hole, and about 8 feet down in there, there's a crack. And the cave opens up again to something huge. I mean, it's impressive, and I went in so bad. However, I have to dislodge a pretty big rock.
The narrow passage ends at a dead end. Calvin explains this collapsed area actually leads to a larger cavern they want to explore, and they plan to clear it for a future expedition. To do this, they need to carefully remove the blocking rocks without causing more collapse, then brace the passage for future use. Fortunately, they managed to clear the rock without major issues, and decide to test the passage.
It's a little tight, so he's gonna have
I'll probably go feet first.
yeah, well, you'll be able to see. Like, I would go feet first, but it's not as harrowing as you might imagine. It's a pretty nice room. I guess I'll just use this. See? I'm just excited for you to see how much space there actually was created.
Yeah, I'm sticking my feet in there first. Oh, there's this annoying rock that you gotta like push over. It just jabs you in the butt.
You might rotate, towards the way you're going.
Well, I'm over it now.
I was thinking about going in on my stomach just because you're gonna have to bend down. You're doing a Shibuski roll.
Yep.
It's a Shibuski roll. He's down in the pit.
Like before, it's an extremely tight fit, but adding to the tension is the knowledge that they're crawling through a section that could collapse at any moment. After making their way through, it's time to head back up, which is just as tight as before.
Gravity just pulls you into it.
This might be a worse idea than I thought.
That'll work. There's rocks in my face.
Yeah, there's...
Right there.
I'm also kind of in your face. You're gonna really have to sit in my lap here.
Just gotta twist my body upwards. Oh, there's butt rock.
Yeah, see, it's much better. You can get over it quickly.
Yep.
My legs are fine.
No, I'm just gonna...
Oh, you made it, yeah.
I'm just gonna snake up there.
Your torso's basically through there.
I'm gonna get an arm up.
This is awesome. If somebody else filmed this, they'd be like, the world's worst cavers.
All right, I made it past you.
Wow, you did. That's amazing.
I mean, my feet still gotta get some traction down there where you are. I gotta get feet gravity right here.
So that's
There we go.
Andrew's bum. So we're good friends now.
All right, I just get up the seat. Ugh. What's out?
I'm here, and there he is. Beautiful.
And I'm up. Hi.
There he is. That last hole's hard, huh?
It is.
To me, that was tough.
As Andrew squeezes past Calvin, you can clearly see how confined the space is. Adding to the suspense are small rocks and debris that get knocked loose. The pair exit the cave safely, making plans to return with more friends. However, their second trip wouldn't go as smoothly.
Pull his feet through.
Oh, I think I see.
Yeah,
I was going in for a bit in there.
right. We had to, we had to sit where you're sitting and work on the rock where your feet are.
Oh, wow.
It sucked. Everybody take a look at that big flat rock down there we pushed out the way. He's gone! Yeah, and you don't want to dislodge the rocks above your head.
Yeah,
See those bad boys?
that's a comforting thought.
Well, that's the whole cave above you.
Yeah. For a couple minutes.
We've had some problems. We had a rock fall. It's very dangerous right now, but I think we had to rebuild the bridge, so Jacob's coming through. Don't touch nothing. There are people bleeding. It was scary. Okay. Do you think it was best going on your belly like that? Or did you go sideways?
Sideways.
Okay. You're gonna have to turn on a seated position, and then I'll pull you out.
I feel like it might be here because that's where I was in a car crash and I cut my head.
Oh, you had scar tissue?
Yeah, right.
You want to move your hair? Oh, you got a few. You had pressure there, but it's right here.
Oh, okay.
See?
It's on the opposite side, okay, so it's not scar tissue.
I don't know if that was a scrape or just pressure from the rock.
Yeah.
That's good. Man, I'm surprised. That was shockingly scary.
Calvin captures the moment when the second group of cave explorers enters the cave. He warns them to be careful not to dislodge the overhead rocks, but that's exactly what happens. Not shown on camera is when the passage completely collapses, forcing Calvin and Andrew to rebuild it to free the trapped cavers. The next footage shows the passage completely reconstructed so the trapped explorers can escape. Thankfully, they all made it out with only one of them suffering scrapes from falling rocks. In the video's conclusion, Calvin, and one of the other cavers explain what happened, providing more context to the incident.
So we had an incident in the cave where we were digging through an area that we had formerly dug through, and the rocks are a little sketchy. This happens sometimes, but some of the rocks cut loose on a friend of ours and kind of put some pressure on him. He was okay. We didn't know if the whole cave would come down, and it was a bit of a situation because I was the only one outside. Jacob and two of our friends were stuck in the room below, and I just turned this on because I wanted Jacob to know what was it like being in the room.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I could dig out, but I work from what I've experienced well under pressure, and I just comforted him, and then I went up. Pulling him out was hard though.
So I was working from the top trying to dig him out.
Yeah.
And Jacob was working from the bottom.
Right.
And we're trying not to set rocks loose. So Jacob and I were both building little rock towers. You build little rock steps. We didn't take video because that would be rude. But we built little rock steps to try to create a beam so that the rocks wouldn't collapse more because there's tons of rocks.
And then we're like, well, we can get him out by pulling. He wedges up the ceiling. Calvin wedges up the ceiling, but it's either the ceiling's gonna fall on him, he's gonna die, or he's just gonna get pulled out and the rubble's gonna fall.
Right. Jacob would have been trapped.
And I would have been trapped. But I pulled him out, the ceiling fell. We braced it back up, and we had to scoot through very slowly.
Maybe I'll make graphics. So Jacob pulled him out by his legs, and the ceiling came down and pinned his hair in. He was pretty
he was pretty bloody, messed up.
Calvin admits the situation made him reconsider the types of caves he should explore in the future. They may have escaped with just a few scrapes this time, but it's a risk he doesn't want to take again. In this next footage, we're heading to Flynn's Lick, Tennessee, where a frightening situation unfolded when a cave diver named Josh got lost in an underwater cave system. This diver lost contact with his group after they couldn't find their way back using the guideline from their previous day's dive. Diving into the dark entrance is Ed Sorensen, a cave rescue expert who saved countless lives in underwater caves around the world. The rescue mission began when Ed's phone rang at 2:30 in the morning with news that Josh was trapped somewhere in the cave system. By this point, Josh's friends had already spent 11 exhausting hours making 8 separate dives, all coming up empty. With so much time passed, Ed admitted he was mentally preparing to recover a body, rather than find a survivor. As Ed started his search, other divers warned him that while the first section of guidelines seemed okay, they might have accidentally broken it further in. Now Ed faced the nightmare scenario of navigating an unknown cave with almost zero visibility. He stuck close to one wall as a reference point until he stumbled upon a tangled mess of old guideline. Knowing that an out-of-air diver's body would likely float upward, Ed checked the ceiling areas and spotted what looked like the shimmer of an air pocket above.
Okay. Do you have any gas left? Okay. I laid my own. I just tied it off here. No, to where his yellow line was floating, and it was really bad shape. So you're going to want to, when we get to the yellow line, we're going to want to stay to the, keep it in your left hand, and we're going to want to stay as far to the right of it as we can. Yes. How are you feeling for the warmth and everything? Okay. Thank you for still being here. And calm. Dominican Republic? Huh? They called me last night at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Let's get out of here and go have something to eat. So when you get in, you're going to stir it up. I'm going to get you on this line, and then I'm going to turn around, and we're going to start heading out, and every few feet I'll stop. So once we pass that, we'll go over, we'll hit a tie-off to a real small pinnacle, so be real careful not to knock that off or we're in big trouble. It's a real small rock. It's twice the size of your thumb. It's a nice secure tie-off, but if you yank on it or break it, we're going to be in trouble.
When he swam up to investigate, he came face to face with Josh, both men staring at each other in disbelief. Though Ed has performed many rescues in his career, he confessed that finding Josh alive in that tiny air pocket was an unusually emotional moment that caught him completely off guard. Both Ed and the stranded diver must carefully follow the white safety line Ed placed during his search through the labyrinthine cave. Meanwhile, on the surface, worried friends and rescue teams wait nervously for any sign of the two divers. Just when it seemed the worst had happened, both Ed Sorensen and the missing diver surface from the cave. For Josh and Ed, it was an experience they wouldn't soon forget. Not much is known about Edouard Bozon, except that he's a European content creator who sometimes posts videos of his hiking and skiing adventures across the snowy peaks of Europe. But the first video he ever uploaded to his channel stands out as his most unforgettable journey, and not in a good way. The footage begins with Edouard climbing a mountain alongside two companions, planning to ski down later. As they dangle from ropes to reach their intended skiing location, you can see the dizzying height they've reached, enough to make anyone's head spin. The slope is so steep that Edouard and his friends have to lean into the mountainside while gearing up to avoid tumbling down. Once ready, they begin their descent. The ski down initially appears thrilling and without issue. The journey is extensive, with the video jumping forward several times as Edouard gradually works his way down the mountainside, but about halfway through his descent, he spots something alarming.
Faut faire gaffe, il y a l'arrimée ici. Oh, chaud devant l'arrimée. Merde.
Edouard notices a deep crevasse directly in his path. He spins around to alert his friends, but it's already too late. One of them is already speeding downhill, triggering a devastating sequence of events.
Oh, chaud devant l'arrimée. Merde. Non. 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 Aide-moi! Je crois que je me suis niqué le genou, vite! Ça va tomber! Oh putain! Putain, merde! Viens me tirer! Ah, je me suis niqué le genou, je crois. Faut pas que tu te mettes en dessous de moi, sinon il y a tout qui me tombe sur la gueule.
Edouard barely has a moment to respond when the avalanche sends him flying off his feet and into the crevasse. During the fall, he smashes his knee against a rock wall. Snow pours down on top of him, nearly entombing him completely. Edward struggles to shift under the heavy snow. Worse still, any sudden movement might cause more snow to collapse onto him. He needs to shout a warning to his friend about where he's standing.
Faut que je les chausse ou pas? Ouais, des choses. Mais ça me tient, j'ai peur, putain.
Des choses, vas-y.
Je peux pas. Ah.
Arrive à faire quelque chose?
Non.
Alors je vais te filer mon piolet.
Ouais. Ah. Putain, je me suis niqué le genou, je crois.
Tiens bon.
Putain. Ah, j'arrive pas à pousser sur ma jambe.
Vas-y, je lâche. Allez, vas-y, serre-toi de ça.
Ah.
Lance-le dans l'autre sens, plutôt comme on a fait à la
Je bouge pas, putain, je vais tomber. Ah, j'arrive pas. Sans ça.
Je sais que j'ai pas de corde là. Essaie d'enlever un ski sur les deux déjà.
Non, sinon je vais tomber, je pense. Je vais m'enfoncer dans l'arrimée.
En plus, ils vont arriver, ils vont nous mettre du stuff.
Mais préviens les gros, faut que tu les préviennes.
When Edward's friend approaches to try and help him, the video reveals just how far down he's fallen. His friend can barely touch him even with an extended ski pole. With his damaged knee, Edward can't climb out even with assistance. Instead, he tells his friend to go alert the others.
Prends ça. Tu as? Putain, je crois que je me suis niqué le ligament. Hein.
Ah putain, merde.
J'ai le genou qui tient pas là. Ah! Je peux pas, gros, j'ai le ski bloqué. Putain, je suis. Il va falloir que tu me tires là, prends le piolet.
Je peux pas te tirer, gros. J'aurais pas assez d'air de force. Hein.
Faut que vous me sortiez.
Ah, on va sortir.
Putain, j'ai le genou qui est sorti, sa mère. Attends, je vais essayer d'enlever l'autre ski, mais ça me fait peur. J'essaie d'enlever l'autre ski, tiens. Ah.
Ok, super. Nickel. Ok. Allez.
Oh.
Allez, gros. Allez, c'est bien.
Ah, j'ai mal.
Allez, super. C'est presque.
Attends. Ah, je me suis bien fait le genou, je pense.
Putain, merde. Bon, au moins, t'es pas enfoui sous la neige.
Tu me tiens bien?
Ouais.
Yet his loyal friend refuses to leave him there, and after Edward makes the critical choice to take off his skis, he managed to clamber up with his friend's assistance. Because of his knee injury, Edward has to be evacuated from the mountain by helicopter. At least he survived with only a banged up knee and a terrifying tale to share.